Oh, good. Sorry, I was doodling my beak mask.
Your beak mask?
No, I found it's a recipe for Fancy Boy's nightly beak mask. 1 part honey, 2 drops of essential lavender oil, and 1 part lemon juice.
Nice. Nice.
I like it. That was delicious.
Yeah. It's good for you. It's exfoliating.
I heard
dill
this.
in it, or Jack won't have any.
What I do?
I said you won't like it if there's any dill in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't like pickles.
Yeah, that was a violent reaction to hating pickles.
Pickles, tomato, raw tomatoes.
Sweet.
Ketchup I love, but like raw tomatoes, sliced tomatoes, or like cherry.
I'm with you on the tomato.
Freeze salad though. You know, like tomato and cheese.
And mozzarella cheese with like basil. It's so good.
Caesar salad. With you got put some bacon in there, maybe put some like apple in there too. Oh.
What? No.
But yeah, but tomato, no.
Do you like salsa?
Not really, actually.
Oh man, I love
almost
salsa.
had you there.
Love queso though. If you come down to Austin, man, I'll take you out. We'll get some queso.
I love queso.
Oh, so love.
Have you been down to Austin?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm
It's
actually not
lovely.
allowed in Austin.
I'm not allowed.
It's it's complicated.
South by.
Takes a lot, but he managed to get that achievement.
Achievement hunter. Now.
Like Ozzy Osbourne, you go and pissed on the Alamo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Not allowed.
Not allowed in anymore. You piss
So-
on one Alamo.
Yeah, and they never let you back.
It's like, no, that was the draft house. That was the wrong one. All right.
Exactly.
So let's get back to the action there, Nefitz.
All right.
Everybody will remember that last session you had left Waterdeep at the request of Brother Cornelius, because he had seen a certain emblem, a marking on several of the patrons of your tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And he had asked you to travel north to Lilon to, after creating an arrangement with one of said tavern guests, patrons, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that one that sounded really thought out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so as you made your way up there, Nefitz, you had seen an image of your son, or what you had thought, outside the gates of Waterdeep. And then further down the road, about 2 days' journey down the road, you had seen your son Seb get dragged into the mire of dead men by 2 orcs. And
that didn't end well.
Well, it hasn't ended yet.
Well, I mean, it didn't go the way we thought it would.
Yeah. So when you got in there, Nefitz, you'll remember you shot a couple arrows out of your new oath bow, and you knocked Seb down onto the ground, out of the grasp of these 2 orcs. But then he arose, and you saw that his face had been mangled and covered in boils and blisters. And he had some choice words for you.
We had a choice stabbing for me, I believe, is more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurt my feelings the way he interacted with me.
Yeah, that your own son would do something of this.
Yeah.
Right back to you.
But then, you know what? I have to say to my team's credibility, after we started running out, they all followed behind.
They did. Everybody ran in after you.
So I don't know.
I didn't know it was called the Marsh of Dead Men at the time, but yeah,
maybe, but more like a soft run in the marsh. Yeah.
And Nefitz, with a you were blasted back actually by some mystical force coming out of Seb's hands. But everybody can roll me initiative.
Roll initiative.
Ah.
Oh, that's not fun.
Sorry, I was spamming chickens in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna do it now.
With my 2 I rolled, I have a 5.
All right. Ow, fuck.
Wait, hang on. What? When I'm rolling initiative, what am I rolling?
You're gonna roll a d20 plus your dex modifier.
Right. So, okay, 19 plus my dex modifier, which is a +4. Oh, okay. So, I mean, 23.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Just 23.
I mean, if you want to be like math and shit.
That's a 10. for me. 10 for Fancy Boy.
I got a 6.
Okay.
What happened to your new die, bro?
Still beat me.
It was a 6.
Mine's new too. It has dandelions in it. See, you
Oh,
can't
yours
see.
are pretty. I mean, not that yours
Yeah.
aren't pretty. I'm just saying.
It has
But,
little
hey,
dandelion seeds.
It's all like
Oh, that's actually
carved
pretty
up
cool.
and
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah. No. Everyone, okay, let's all out dice each other. Like
yeah, but you've got dandelions in your dice. That's
dandelions,
like
I
that's
know.
like next
You're
level.
one up
Yeah,
in your.
yours
But this is Fancy Boy's dice specifically.
Yeah.
Only he gets to use this dice. It's very
Yours is
important.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we at then, Eric? What's
So
happening?
Nefitz, you see, you are gathering your strength back from being hit by this force to the chest. You see
Right.
2 orcs, one on your left side, one on your right, and Seeb running towards you at this point, as if to strike.
As if to strike. Do I pull an Obi-Wan?
You see,
I mean-
you see hate in his eyes. At this
Oh.
point.
Hmm.
And love.
Or hunger. Maybe he's hungry. All right, hang on here. I think I have what's that great little okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
Tell me what you gonna
But
do.
I'm gonna can I use no, does this make sense? Can I use sort of passive wisdom in this scenario?
How do you want to use it? What do you want
Well,
to do?
just to see to know if he's actually about to actually strike me or if I'm just missing the point.
Oh, so this is where you would use one of your skills. All right. So like you could always go down the list of any of your skills, and even if you're not proficient in them, you can use those skills and just roll. So let's take this would be this could either be I would say it'd be a perception check.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll a d20. So you don't want to. So when you use the passive like your passive wisdom, your insight, if you want.
Yeah.
That's going to be more for the for me. So I automatically know. Okay.
Got it.
If I rate it as a skill check, I already know you have a 10. So, I know if it's a skill.
I actually have a
10.
13 as a passive wisdom, but I don't want to be a dick about it.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
But whatever. But I do have a +3 perception.
Yeah.
So if I did a perception check, it would be that +3.
You got it. So roll a d20 plus 3.
Okay, so I've got a 14.
14. You absolutely think he's coming in for the kill.
What is wrong with my son?
Yikes.
Okay.
Says
All right.
Fancy Boy.
Okay, so this is a sort of, I mean, it's going to be a random choice here, but can I? No, I don't want to do that either. I'm going to unarmed strike him.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Also, remember too, if you're thinking about knocking him out, what you can do is you can keep hitting him and hitting him, and then at the moment of that you would take his final, make a final blow. You can say, "I want to
knock him out."
Knock him out instead.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try and not damage him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and unarmed strike him. I do have a 5-foot reach with a +5 hit DC.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, you're like, I already know that, but
No.
anyway.
No. What I'm saying is you can use your normal abilities and all your weapons until the moment of I want to either kill or knock out.
Okay, well then forget that. Let's just not be silly about this. I'm just going to I'm just gonna go double short sword. Protect myself. Go at him.
Fantastic.
All right. So do I roll for that or do I wait for it?
Absolutely, roll for it. Give me a to hit.
Now, do I roll 2 d20 or do I just roll 1?
So you're going to roll for your first one.
Okay.
And that's going to be a +7.
So it's 18.
That'll hit. And you're going to roll your second one.
Okay. And that's 13.
That one misses. So your first one, you're going to do your damage, which is a d6 plus 4.
D6 plus 4. Ooh, so 5.
Okay. So where do you stab him?
The leg.
Okay, so as you come in, you duck down as Seb gets close, and then slice his ankles as you see a little bit of blood drip out of the back of his.
And I yell, "Sorry, Seb!" as I do it. But I'm not really that sorry. He's my son.
This is tough love.
It's tough love.
Little sorry.
Spanking in D&D.
So you just see his eyes grow even more intense and more focused on you. Fancy boy, you now see Nephith surrounded by what you think is his son, which you know from his interaction so far, and 2 orcs,
Right.
one to his left and his right.
Mm.
And both
All right.
orcs have arrows stuck in their shoulder blades.
Okay.
And
Well,
you feel the mud and muck that you've been walking through
Okay, I don't think that.
start to move up and down as
Oop.
before, as you were running through before.
I make this face. It's gross. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cast a spell, if you will. Alarm. I feel like everyone knows I'm already alarmed. Sorry, I remembered I took Fiend Death, and I'm like, not the time. I'm just gonna go ahead and do Magic Missile on one
Okay.
of these guys.
Yeah.
On
So
the 2 orcs, actually.
Yep, the one on the left seems more hurt because it had 3
Okay.
arrows straight to the shoulder.
Okay, so that's 8 damage total.
Okay. To the one on the which one are you doing? One on the left.
I'll do the one that's more injured. Yeah, I'll just send it all towards them.
So Nephith, you feel the same kind of shock that hit your chest brush past you to your left, and you see the orc to your left slam into the ground.
Nice, fancy boy.
How
And
many?
I'm like, pew pew. Sorry.
No, don't be.
Grimder.
Okay, so are the orcs up by Nephith's now,
Yep.
or are they on their way?
Nope, they're
Okay, so they're on their
they're
way.
on his left and right, and he has another.
They're
his
on.
son is-
Okay.
His son is in front of him.
And does it? I mean, does it look like he's got his son pretty in hand, or does his son look like he's about to go crazy on him, or? I mean, is there any sense of like? I mean, I'm just assuming that
You think
he's
everybody?
his son.
you
He's
think-
younger.
You think everybody there is going to really murderize him at this point?
Murder face.
That's my favorite word in the
I
entire
know, I mean, I
non-dictionary.
just mean
Murderize.
like capability wise, does it look like his son? Does it look like he's gonna have trouble with his son, or is he just in trouble because there's 3 people there? Basically, that's what he's trying to figure.
You can't really tell that at this point because you
Okay.
you saw
Well,
Nephis get
Grimder's-
blasted back. So
Yeah, but he got back up. Okay, Grimdeer's he's just gonna run up, and he doesn't really know what to do with the father son that's going on. So he's just gonna hone in on one of the orcs and try to make some space and get right up next to Nephith.
okay.
So
There's one on the left and the right.
which one did whichever one was not Fancy Boy's target?
That's the one on the right.
Okay, so just going to the right. swinging the axe twice,
Mhm.
and then hopefully, if he's still standing, we can get the shield action going.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. All right. That's real good. That's I got a 7 and a 14.
The 14
Those
hits.
both hits, right?
Yeah.
The 14 hits.
The 14
Nice.
hits.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
Is this,
Alright.
the
New
first time,
dice are
is this the
working.
first time you've hit in combat?
I think so.
An opponent.
Yeah, you hit plenty.
Yeah. Good call.
First time he hasn't hit Jack.
Okay, 7 points to that orc, and then I'm gonna try the shield bash to knock him away from Nefitz,
Okay.
just to make a little bit of space.
Yep.
Oh, that's better. That's let's see, what's my athletic? So 20 on athletics, knock him back
Okay.
with shield master.
Yeah, you knock him back about 5 feet. You see him
right.
slide in the mud and the murk, and you push him back so he is side by side with Seeb now, but still in front of you.
Okay. Okay.
Nice work.
Blitz, you have seen Nefitz charge in to deal with his son, and the rest of your party has taken to his aid. And right now there is a orc that's to Nefitz's left, and Grimdar is fighting one on his right side with Seeb in the middle in front of Nefitz.
All right, so the one on the left, how much damage?
He's taken a lot. He's had arrows in his shoulder, and you had saw a fancy boy thrust him back onto the ground.
All right, I'm gonna knock an arrow and shoot one at the right one.
Mhm.
That way, if I do miss, I might hit Grimder.
All right. Give it a
So,
rip.
all right, we're looking at +6. Here we go. That is an 18 + 6, so we're looking at a 24. Does that hit?
Yeah.
All right, 1d6 + 3. That is a 6, 9 damage.
All right, Grimder, you feel the feathers of an arrow shoot past you and just gently brush your jawline as if someone was trying to tell you, "Don't hit me." And the arrow goes right in front of you and thrusts right into the clavicle of this orc that's in front of you.
Gross.
All right.
Killed it.
And Grimder, the orc in front of you, rushes back towards you.
Yeah.
Tries to strike you as he thrusts up, as he takes one of his claws. Does a 15 hit you, Grimder?
It does.
Great. How about a 12?
A 12 does not hit.
Is it a tie goes to the runner? Like if you hit me with a 15 and I have
Tie goes
15,
to the
does
runner.
does that save?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
so the attacker.
Yeah, I have a 15.
So Grimder, you see this orc come up, and his claws are, you see that they're sharpened to points as he swipes at your chest, and hits you for 5 points of damage as you see 4 claw lines come across your chest as blood starts to drip out.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Nefitz, the orc to your left, does the same thing.
What?
Does a 15 hit you, Nefitz? As he's...
You've muted himself.
I am 15.
Yep, so it'll hit you. So you see this orc get up off the ground, and his claws, he basically is uppercutting you up the chest with his claws for 9 points of damage.
Dick move.
That's on the other side for me, right?
Yep, exactly.
9 points.
9 points.
Ugh. Super rude.
And
that guy's gonna die.
And as you look back from the orc, you see Seeb looking you dead in the eyes, and he says, "What? Can't handle the pain?" Does 19 will hit you.
You tell him, Steve.
For
what's up?
6 points of damage as he.
Let me just stay by my damage roll here while you just keep telling me how much. Oh my god. Okay. All right. We're still okay. I'm alive.
So Seeb actually just punches you straight in the face.
What? That's my move.
For 6 points of damage.
Now, is he catty corner with me? Is he like in front of Nefitz?
Mm-hmm.
So is he within 5 feet of me?
All right, I'm gonna use my reaction with Sentinel and say, "Listen to your father," and smack him in the back of the head with the backside of my axe.
I like that you're learning them at the same time.
23.
That'll hit.
Nice work, Grimdar.
8 damage.
8 damage. All right. And everyone starts to feel a rumbling in the ground as you see the muck and murk start moving, and brother
Fine.
Jack or Blitz, you feel a wave of mud come crashing on your back, and you see Brother Cornelius turn around as a giant basilisk comes out of the muck and murk, and you see Brother Cornelius look.
Oh my god!
Turn around and look. Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great.
So Brother Cornelius is dead. I'll just text Stone, let him know.
Yeah. You've been swallowed.
Blitz, you see Brother Cornelius's feet turning to a stone.
Stone. Oh, wait, what? Is that a pun?
Oh, it's not good.
Nefitz.
All right.
I don't have that spell.
So
Nefitz.
So what I'm gonna do. This is the worst, man. You don't want to have to kill your son, but you gotta do what you
Your
gotta
father's
do.
dream.
I feel like you're purposefully mishearing the part where you can do it non-lethal damage.
What I said was you don't want to have to kill your son. But
yeah.
Some things have to happen. So the orc to my right is the one with the least damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the one to the left of mine is basically done for.
Yeah, you could say that.
Crap. Okay.
A lot of things.
You know what? I'm gonna look at Seeb and say, "Swift death to you have wronged me." And I'm gonna knock my arrow and I'm gonna shoot it at him. You didn't see that coming, did you?
Okay, game on.
But he's your son.
But he's also murdering my friends.
That's fair. Kill him.
Just you.
Go for the attack, man.
I'm conflicted, by the way. I'm not super happy about killing my son.
If you weren't conflicted, we'd be worried.
Not great. It's a 9, but then I get a +9 with my super duper arrow, right?
You had +9.
Oh, he's got the book out. That's a bad sign.
Right. And so then I get to roll like it turns into a trident.
The arrow splits into 3.
So,
So you're gonna roll your damage.
3d6.
No, so you roll 1d6 + 4.
Okay.
All right, and then you're gonna add another 3d6 to it.
Oh god. Okay. So that's not great. It's a 1 + 4, so it's 5. And then I do another
3d6.
3d6. That wasn't 3d6 at all. Hang on. Sorry, one sec. God. 3 of them. There it is, 3. My bad. There you go. 5, 5, 1. So we got 11.
11 plus your original was 5, so 16.
Yep.
And you are point blank shooting into Sieb's chest as you see the arrows split into 3, and your son now has a trident of arrows sticking out of his chest in front of you, and you see the hate grow even further on his face.
I let out a cry, and if you can imagine, there's a crane shot above, and I scream to my gods, who are actually me. I'm my own god, but to the elven ancient elves, I cry out and I say, why have you forsaken me? And then the crane shot goes out really far, and you see all my friends in the background, and the trolls orcs almost dying, and Sieb kind of, I don't know what he's doing exactly. Maybe he's close to death. I don't know what's happening, but it's an amazing shot. And then there's a lens flare.
Nice.
And then
are you looking at the sun, or are you looking down? If you're on a crane, you're pointing down. The lens flare would have to.
It went off a piece of armor. It was off of armor.
Okay.
The only thing missing is a little handshake on the camera.
Yeah.
I just gave it a little reality, and then I don't know. Maybe we cut to Netflix special next week. I don't know. Are we on CBS All Access? I don't know.
We're a Hallmark channel.
This is the CW.
Oh, well, then nobody's allowed to have dirt on them, and everybody's got to have a clean profession. And I'm not even going to get into anything else because I'm already hated by them.
I was going to say, you've been in a couple of those, haven't you?
Yeah, but notice I haven't been again. They don't love me.
Okay. It's you and Lacey Chabert.
Oh, yeah, no. She's their love child for sure. We should move on. I'm going to get never hired again.
You brought filmmaking into this, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Fair.
Fancy
There's
boy.
now a jib boom behind Fancy Boy.
Right.
It's
Like
true.
that?
What?
Is it a snake?
So what's happening now?
Fancy boy.
Yes.
You've seen Nefitz shoot an arrow directly into his son's chest.
Right. That's messed up.
Hallmark also doesn't like that, by the way.
Yeah. First I'll just yell, "Holy shit!" And then I will. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're just gonna kill him. Like, that's cool. Are the orcs taken care of?
Nope, the orcs are still up.
Get the
Right.
orcs.
One is attacking Nefitz, and the other is in front of Grimder, attacking Grimder. And you also
there's the giant.
There's a basilisk that has risen behind you.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that.
That's awkward.
That is awkward. Can I try and cast sleep on the basilisk?
Sure.
Because that's what I'm going to try. I don't like the look of that. I'm just going to cast. Well, sleep is a general area.
Yep.
So I'm just going to try and cast sleep
Cast
on
on
on everyone that's an enemy.
Do it.
You get a pick like that?
Yeah, because it's
like the snap. You get a.
Yeah, it says
Thanos, basically. That's
I have to roll 5d8.
Yep.
And then depending on what I get, that creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points.
Yep. So 5d8. Yep.
Let's see.
What level is Fancy Boy?
5.
How is
5?
How is he so? I mean, I wish I had chosen like a bird with superpowers as opposed to an elf who just gets stabbed by his own son. Just as a note, a side note.
So that's 20, which is
20?
not that. Yeah.
You see the basilisk start to waver, but his eyes are now focused on you.
Fuck.
And
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
But it's not.
I tried.
It's not. You don't see it pass out onto the ground.
Okay. Well, I tried.
You did.
I tried. It's kind of it's a bargain that one, but
Grimder.
Is the orc is back, right? You hit me. Okay. I'm gonna just try to deal with the nice normal things in front of me.
Wait, sleep hit any of the orcs though? Were they under 20 hit points? Because it's within 20 feet.
Oh right, it's an AoE. Okay, so hold on.
Fancy
and
boy
his son too.
The orc drops.
Yes.
To the left, with all of the arrows in his left shoulder. Grimder, the one in front of you, is still up, and you don't see Seeb.
What about
fall.
Seeb? Did Seeb drop?
No, Seeb's still up.
Sorry about my son.
Very strong.
And how far away is the basilisk?
It's about 15 feet behind you.
Okay. And then is Fancy Boy behind it?
No,
or
they're all
closer to us?
They're all in front of it. They're right, essentially, 2 feet in front of it.
Okay. I'll bird to me, and I'll go after the orc in front of me again. Okay. Try to finish that off. Well, that's a 7 and 17. So I think 17 hits, right?
Yep, 17 hits.
Cool. All right. That's oh, it closed. I think it's 3 damage. Yes, 3 damage.
3 damage. So you see that as you thrust your axe forward, it just nicks the shoulder as the orc laughs at you.
Yeah. But that's okay because it was really a ploy. Because since I saw him like scooching around in the mud before, this time, since I just nicked him barely with the axe just to get him off his guard, wheel around with the shield and try to push him face down into the mud.
And make me a dex save.
Oh, okay. Yep, sure. Let's see. 0. I got an 11.
So, Grimder, as you strike down, the muck and mud below you is billowing up into one of those mounds of murk again.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Well, that's where I want to put him with the shield straight down into that.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
I like your question mark at the end.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
I don't know, what is this? I only got a 10 on my athletics for it, though. He's got a good chance.
Yeah.
Of not being phased.
No, he's phased. You got him.
All right.
So you shove him down, and the mound explodes again, and all you can smell is this rank odor coming out of this mound as you see the orc's skin start to melt a little.
Gross.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
you've seen one.
That's all right. I'm all right with that. I'll just, keep my weight down on the shield on him, make sure he can't get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Smell it like it's a barbecue. Just be like, take it in.
Just take it all in. Nephits.
Oh no, what?
Seeb looks at you and says, "Not this time, father."
You didn't pick up your Legos. Yeah, you kind of were sassy. I feel like you deserved those 3 arrows in your chest.
As he... Oh, Jesus.
No, this isn't good.
This is not good. You're not going to like this. He pulls out the arrows out of his chest.
What? Stabs
them straight into you, and then he punches your jaw up for 21 points of damage.
Did he crit or something?
Yeah.
Oh, he crit.
Yeah. 2 attacks and 1 was a crit.
What does that even mean?
Yikes.
I mean, I'm so dead, it's not even funny.
Keep dying.
I know 21 or 9 minus 21 is a lot less than 9. So, what happens there?
So you drop.
All right, well, I'll just throw that. Failure, success, death saves. Okay.
So now you have 3 chances to roll a 10 or more.
Mm-hmm.
But if you roll, you got to roll 3 10 or mores.
Or if somebody
If you
puts a
roll
healing
3,
potion in you.
we
or
throw
something like
what?
that.
I have a healing potion.
Hi, super dead over.
Well, I'm watching this going, ah!
Yeah.
Grimdeer will yell, no! And swing over, use my reaction to swing over with his axe.
Go for it.
That's Jack's bobblehead.
All right, these new dice are on point. So that's an 8.
Man,
Total.
nice try.
I'm just so stricken with grief.
And then the orc, make me a strength check, Grimder.
Okay.
Got a 13.
Me too.
Yeah?
Is that a save or a?
Nope.
Oh, can it be a save?
Nope.
Then I got a 10.
Oh, the orc pushes you up, off the ground, and he is going to attack you with disadvantage because he's still on the ground below you and misses as his claws are swiping at anything but completely missing your body.
Okay.
The other orc now runs at you as well, and does 19 will hit you, right?
Yep.
Ollie, would you call it a crick? When he took my arrows and
A crit. It's CRIT, which means that he rolled a 20, which means that the damage is doubled.
crit.
Yeah. So the damage is doubled, which means that they roll twice for damage. So do they roll twice or do you just double it? I think it just depends.
you roll twice. You roll your dice twice and then add your damage modifier afterwards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You don't double the damage modifier.
That's so much worse than a crepe.
Yeah,
It's
it's
true.
not. It is not a fresh pastry in any way.
Noted.
Yeah.
Chocolate crepes.
Grimdor, you see the other orc rush at you and claw right at your throat for 12 points of damage.
Woo. That's good. It's good. I'm suddenly fighting all 3 of them with no neffets. We're good. It's good. I like it.
Sorry, my bad.
And Blitz, you see the basilisk dive back below beneath the murk in the mud.
That's exciting. Let's see here. Let's see. If I
treasure.
Are either of okay, so one orc is gone. It's kind of like
one orc is on the ground clawing at Grimder's feet. The other is grasping at his neck, and Seeb is now eyeing Grimdar as well.
All right, so I'm assuming the one attacking Grimdar is within 5 feet of him.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to use.
I think they're all within 5 feet.
Everybody's within 5 feet of Grimdar.
Okay, I'm going to use my sneak attack and try to shoot one of them with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Which one seems more healthy?
Actually, they both look as though they're fighting for their last breath.
All right. Well, let's murder the one that's on the ground.
All right.
And then I've got a +6 D20. That is an 11. Ugh.
That'll hit. Or no,
really?
Excuse me, that won't hit.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That one wishes past Grimdar's head and just goes, loser, as it misses.
Nefits, roll me a d20.
Okay. I didn't know I was gonna get to do anything, but okay. Oh, this is for my save. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, you were on a roll high.
That's not high. That's a 4, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, you don't want to roll a 1,
Yeah,
especially now.
Don't do that either.
Okay, noted. I will
Especially next turn.
remember not to do such a thing.
Fancy boy. You see Nefits being attacked by all three, by Seeb and the 2 orcs, and you see, or not Nefits, you see Grimder being attacked. You see Nefits lying on the ground unconscious.
No.
But the basilisk behind you has dove back into the water. But you do notice the stone starting to encapsulate more and more Brother Cornelius's body.
Fuck. I mean, poop.
How dare you?
I know. Like Fancy Boy didn't say that. He doesn't curse. I'm going to grab my healing potion from inside of my robes that I got and I made before we left on this perilous journey, and try and fly towards Nefits to dump the healing potion into their mouth.
Man, that Fancy boy.
And no one else is passed out, so
Give me a little teary over here.
No, he does his best.
Yeah, you can absolutely get there and get.
Okay, yeah. So I will spread my wings and fly to that direction and just be like, look at his son and be like, "What is wrong with you?" And then dump the potion into his mouth.
And he looks directly at you with venomous eyes.
Great. Well, I have venomous eyes too. They're like angry bird eyes.
So much venom.
Yeah. Venom. Maybe I hiss. I don't know what an Aarakocra like threat is. Like, I put my wings up and hiss like a goose.
Ooh, have you ever seen a goose's mouth? I mean,
it's messed up.
You do not want to mess with a goose.
I know.
All right. It's Mavin Goose, in which case Goose died, and that's a whole other.
Whoa! Spoilers.
Ooh, you haven't seen Top Gun? I feel like we've
of course I have.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I'm a little worried there.
I was just playing the goose game, which is great. So I just start honking aggressively.
Good.
Honk.
Yes.
So
oh my god.
2d4 plus 2 for your
I'm sorry.
potion.
I was thinking about the goose game again. So it's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 6.
Nefits, you are up and you have 6 points of health back.
6 points.
I see you, Fancy boy.
Try killing your son again.
I'm gonna stab him again.
He needs.
Wait, so how do I fix this? It's still on like death save stuff. Do I just put my?
Oh, you just put your hit points back up to 6. So you just click it back up to 6.
Should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
There we go. Everybody, guess what? I've got 6 hit points. I'm gonna waste them on my son. Yeah,
I kind of also in between that, I kind of look at Brother Cornelius and I'm just kind of like, I have to deal with that. Next.
Oh, right.
It's pointing.
Okay, so do I have an action at this point, or am I just awake? Is that what's happening?
You do, but not yet. Grimder.
Okay.
You have.
Grimder's gonna
start attacked from all sides.
Yeah. It's fine. He just smashes his axe on his shield and say, "We will not fall today," and go into his rage. And then we're gonna start with one on the weaker one on the left. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that Nefits is kind of behind me now, so I'm actually like really in the middle of all of them.
Okay.
Cool. So we're going to go ahead and go to the second attack on the guy on the left because the first one wasn't so good. That one will hit. That's a 23.
Yep, that's got him.
And he takes 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And he's dead, right? The one on the left? No.
It's close. Your axe cuts through his chest, but he's still looking to sink his claws right into you.
My God.
That's all right. We're good now. We're good.
got another one, or no?
No, the first one I rolled a 2, so I just skipped right over that one.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, and I can't do the shield thing this turn because I already used my bonus action.
Yep. So Sieb looks right at you, Grimder.
I'm sorry about my son. He's a jerk.
That's okay.
And he punches you in the face for 5 points of damage.
With the hands. I've always told him, no, you don't touch other beings.
But it's I now that I'm raging, I've got resistance.
Okay.
So
cool.
All right.
You need to warrior.
Huh. That's actually isn't that bad. So the two orcs start to claw at you mercilessly from at your legs and also at your chest, and you take 11 points of damage between both of them.
What can you break it up? Because it's
sure
all around. It's half for each.
It'll be 7 and 4.
Okay, so 4 and 2. So, all right, 6. I guess it works out to be the same either way.
Math is hard.
It could be different if it's it could. If they're both odds, then it's actually
it's all the thing. Yeah. Blitz.
I think Blitz is just he's content with staying back, especially now that the snake's gone, or at least it's not right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the orcs prone?
Yeah, one's on his knees. He had been put asleep, but was able to get awake again and made his way over to Grimder.
Okay, so would that give that one a disadvantage, or just doesn't matter? Okay, but not me an advantage if I'm shooting an arrow at it. No. Okay.
Well, they're all right next to me, so
that's
right.
it. Yeah.
You'll get sneak attack on any of them.
Yep. I'm gonna sneak attack on the one that looks the healthiest. All right. That's a 14 plus 6, dirty 20.
That'll work.
All right. So it's this is gonna be 1d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
The initial one. That's a 6. That's a nice little. So that's 9.
That's the one on the ground.
I said whichever one is the healthier one.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's the
it's
one.
All going to one. And then I've got 3d6 on top of that.
So
not. What?
Yep. Roll.
So 9 plus another. Jesus, that hit 6 again. Is that weighted?
Zeke, how does it feel?
9
great.
plus.
I love it.
9 plus another 11, so 20 damage total.
Grimder, you see an arrow splice right through the forehead of the orc that has been clawing at your neck as it drops to the ground.
And as it passes Grimder, it whispers, "Loser!" right into the guy's head.
Grimdir will just laugh. Good shot, little man.
Who you call a little?
All right.
Nefitz, you are now back up thanks to Fancy Boy, and you see your friend Grimder being attacked by both your son and one of these orcs.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to take a knee and start pointing at Fancy Boy yet, but I will at some point throughout this scenario just to say how amazed and thankful I am. But in the meantime, what I am going to do is I'm going to, Nefitz is going to, so the one orc just took a fatal hit.
Mm-hmm.
There's another orc that's kind of
it's on the ground that's looking very injured, and then there's your son attacking Grimder as well.
This is a tough call. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna Nefitz is gonna scream out. He's gonna go, "Save! Stop in the name of your mother!"
Too late, father.
You become British all of a sudden?
yeah, I mean, I don't play it much, but I'm not gonna lie, super British. Why have you chosen this path?
Once I kill you, nothing's gonna stop me. Malkaden and I, we've already taken down one kingdom. The realms are next.
And then what?
And he just barrels into you.
Say, Caden, do we hear that? Did everyone else hear that?
Yeah, everybody heard that.
Okay. You said Caden, K-E-D-N?
Malkaden.
The Lich. You remember the Lich's name.
Aha.
I'm going to, as he comes towards me, I'm going to take my my 2 short swords, and I'm going to slice down the back of his hamstrings so he can't come at anybody.
Okay.
I'm going to basically, I want him down on the ground, unable to keep attacking people, but I don't want to kill him. So how do I do that?
Just first roll the hit.
I'm going to do that. Roll a d20, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the wrong die. 12 plus. Now, do I get a plus on my short sword?
Yep, you absolutely do.
So my +7, so 19.
Yep, that'll hit. And roll another one. You get the 2 swords.
Yep. 17 plus 7. So
that hits too. So you're gonna be rolling 2d6 plus 8.
2d6 plus 8. Oops. Hang on one sec. That doesn't count. I meant to go for 2d6 here. Oh, I should have gone with the other ones. So I've got 2 plus 8, right?
Sure. So you slice. You take your short swords and pull them around his back, and you slice into his legs, and he starts to stumble, but he's still clawing for you.
What?
Nothing.
Your mother was Jason Voorhees. This gets weird for our relationship, but that's besides the point. Oh my god.
Yep, he's still going after you.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't have any moves left, right?
Nope. The realms will be mine, and you can do nothing about it. Fancy boy, what do you want?
You can always die again.
But he didn't actually attack him?
He hasn't gotten there yet. No.
No, okay.
Fancy boy. You see an orc attacking Grimdur, and Seeb's son attacking, or Nefet's son attacking him.
I don't know what's going on with this like father-son situation, but it's making me.
It's awkward for me too. Okay.
I'm trying to find a way to more or less stop him, but I already said that I have to somehow stop Brother Cornelius from turning into stone. Which,
no pun intended. Also, food generally works when family issues come up. Have you tried food? Do you have like some sort of weird, like maybe like
no.
like a vegetarian dish you could serve everybody?
I only prepared for death, not food. I have another health potion, but
save that for when I'm dead again.
Could I try? Damn it, I don't have really anything to slow him down.
Just gotta take his legs off.
Like, take his legs off.
Do it. Do it.
It's the only way. Sorry, Stone.
Actually, if you take out part of his liver, I'll donate my liver later.
Well, I'm gonna like look around into panic, and I see Brother Cornelius too, and I think I'm also going to try and like target this on him. I don't know if it has anything to do with it. I want him to close his eyes because I figured that maybe he was looking at the basilisk and that's why he's turning into stone. So I'm going to try sleep again on everyone around, but I'm going to do 3rd level. So it's still the same thing, the 5d8, but for each level, 2nd level or higher, you roll an additional 2d8. So it's 3rd level. So I get 4 more d8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So 98.
Damn.
Yeah. So we'll see what we get. Oh, that's already good. So that's 8, 7. That's 15, 16, 17, and 21. So that's 26, and then 4 more. 31, 32, 34, 37, 38, 9, 40, 3. So 44. So if anyone has 44 hit points.
So we would start with the creature that has the lowest, and that would be the orc. You see him drop to the ground.
Okay.
In front of Grimder, and then you see C fall over as well.
Good.
Oops.
Good. He's asleep. I'm yelling, he's not dead. He's asleep. He's asleep.
I'm okay either way. It's fine. He's a bit of a jerk.
We'll tie him up or something. Incapacitate him, please. He's very rude.
He gets that from his mother.
Well, fine. So he's asleep. Is Brother Cornelius asleep? Fancy Boy thinks that by putting him to sleep, it'll close his eyes, which will stop the stone. I don't know if that will work, but Fancy Boy thinks it will work.
Fancy Boy, you turn around and you see Brother Cornelius fall asleep, but you also see the stone reach the last part of his head and encapsulate him.
Well, you clearly didn't tithe enough today. It's not my fault.
He doesn't tithe enough ever. He just steals. Let's be honest.
He says he tithes. I try to trust my party members.
He ties his bathrobe together. That's about it.
Oh my god. Anyway, that's my turn.
Right.
Well, you're out of initiative. You guys are out of initiative now because they're both asleep. So
okay, great.
What you want
I want to end that orc.
Oh yeah, you can just walk up and stab him.
Yeah.
Go do the walk up and murder.
Oh, you can do the murder.
How do you kill him?
That's good. I just right on the back of the neck with the axe, just clean off.
And his head tumbles down into the murk, and you see it slowly Terminator 2ing going into the mud.
Nice.
He had a thumb. He would have put it up as it was going down.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was his nose.
Got him.
Nice work, Fancy Boy, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's the first time I've successfully used that spell, so let's all a little round of applause for me.
How long will that one stay asleep, wizard?
Thank you. I think they're asleep for a minute.
Yep.
So I would get to tying him up.
Oh, right. Yeah. All right. So
one of us has to have rope. Tie him up.
Yeah, I got adventurer's kit, and we can just use survival to tie him up or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
What happened with the basilisk?
It's gone for now, so let's just tie him up and leave.
Stop asking questions, Blitz.
All right, Blitz is gonna go over to Brother Cornelius and see what's going on with him. See, like knocking on his head and stuff, trying to.
You just hear a hollow sound turn back.
That makes sense.
As you knock on his head.
That's normal.
Can I do anything to see like investigation, see if maybe there's anything on him or is like anything insight? I'm not trying to steal from him.
Steal from him?
No. See if there's anything like.
I'm gonna take his heart.
Difficult to get anything off of him.
You know when you walk up to him, you just see him petrified in a stance such as this.
A normal stance, you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, so I can't it's clearly some kind of magic.
Mm-hmm.
It clearly runs on some kind of electricity.
The files are in the computer.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna disarm Seeb.
You find nothing on him
After tying him up. Do what?
There's nothing to disarm him. He was punching you in the face.
That's pretty easy.
With fists. I mean, you could cut his hands
nice
off.
Work. Can I do something right now?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
So I'm gonna walk over to Seeb. And I'm gonna pick him up
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like sit down and put him in my lap, kind of like a giant baby, really.
Okay.
And not to be creepy or whatever, but like a dad would with his kid. And
Yeah.
just, so I don't know how long he's asleep, but is he incapacitated in a sense that like he's tied up?
Yeah, I tied him up.
You tied him
Tied
up.
him up, so he's
Yeah,
good,
he can.
right?
I can wake him up now. But like, are all the orcs dead? I just want to make sure first.
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Okay, good. Then now I can wake him up.
How old is Steve?
He's about a teenager at this point. Little
Okay.
Late
He's
teens.
a big guy. I mean, he's not like a little kid, but I mean, for elf years, he's still a teenager.
Yep.
But okay, so he's in my lap. I'm sitting on the ground.
And his eyes come to, and you see him. Oh, let me go!
What has happened? How have you become this?
And he spits in your face.
Thank you.
Wow.
I deserve that.
Blitz is gonna rush him and put a knife up to the kid's throat.
I'm gonna grab Blitz's arm.
You think I'm scared?
I'm gonna take Blitz's knife from him.
You gonna let him do that, Blitz, or no?
No, he's definitely fighting against him.
Okay, roll strength.
All right.
Both of you.
I'm just watching from the sidelines. This isn't my expertise.
No, that's not good. 5 plus athletics strength, I guess, would be +5, so 10.
Yep.
Wait, you said strength?
Yep.
Yeah.
So +1, so I've got a 10 as well.
Who has the higher dex?
Higher dex, mine is +6.
Higher dex. So what? Dex is a
You're a +4.
Saving throw. Excuse me. I have a +3. +3.
Yep.
That was my saving throw.
All right. Nefitz, you take the dagger out of Blitz's hand.
What is your dex, Nefitz?
+4.
Ooh.
But so when I take it out of his hand, I give it back to him to his other hand.
So he does the little coin flip in the hand.
It's kind of like I take it out of your hand, but I give it back to you.
Bliss is just confused, and he looks at Steve.
What did you do to my friend over there? What did you do to him?
What is he saying to me?
This isn't my son.
Do to who?
My friend who's stone over there. What did you do to him? How do we get him back?
Why do I care? Let him die for all I care. Let him live in that stone for all eternity.
Blitz.
It's a better fate than what befalls the rest of these realms soon.
Don't listen to him. This is not my son. This is not the boy.
If this is not your son, let's put this knife through his throat right now.
Can I Arcana check this person?
Yeah, totally.
I just want to know if they're possessed.
Yeah.
Generally possessed.
Or just a dick.
You should
just
know
a
of
dick.
anybody. You should know of anybody.
So that's a 12.
At 12, you know that he has the ability to use magic, but you don't know much else about this. Of what's
Okay.
going on right now.
I don't have a feeling that
No.
he's possessed. He might just be a dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you do
father.
sense magical abilities.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing like whatever's happening here, like this person was in league with this lich. But they just seem like they've fallen down the wrong path, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
We can hit them harder. That might fix it.
You know what? Do I have a move or no right now?
You can do whatever you want.
Is Blitz's knife still like right there in his hand?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna put it back to Seeb's throat.
Yeah.
Well played.
What? Do you think I'm scared of you anymore?
I'm not gonna answer him. Say nothing.
You couldn't even protect me. You couldn't protect Mother.
I'm not gonna say anything.
And he's just looking at you.
Very shocking.
I'm gonna press the knife closer to his neck.
Do it. I
And I'm
dare
gonna ask
you.
him one question. Do you think that I'm responsible for your mother's death?
Yes. You let her die. You couldn't protect her. You couldn't protect me.
You're right.
The only way you could have even gotten this close is because of the people with you. You're nothing.
You're also right. Now what?
Kill me if you will, but you're never gonna stop me.
Methinks he
I have no
wants to
intention
die.
of stopping you. I have an intention of teaching you
What?
how to be a man. How
Yeah.
to be a wolf.
You couldn't even do any. You don't know what it's like to be a man. Don't give me that.
Or a bird.
Who taught you to be who you are right now?
You don't need to worry about that. And he tries to break free.
And I hold the knife closer to his throat. I assume I have to roll.
Yep. Roll a strength check.
You give him a lovely shave.
You got him.
17. With my strength, which is a +2, so 19.
Yeah. You're still able to hold him down.
How do you see this ending? See.
With everyone in front of me dead.
I slice his throat.
No, don't. He's still. Don't kill.
And you start to see black blood come out of his throat.
That's not right.
It's good to know. Even you, the last thing you would do is be to kill your own son. This confirms everything for me. And you see the face just blur, and the entire body turns into this amorphous figure.
So it wasn't Seed, was it?
It was Odo from Deep Space Nine.
Fancy boy, you
know what
easily
that is.
recognize this as a doppelganger.
Yeah, I figured. I'd tell them immediately. I'm like, yeah, get away! It's a gross doppelganger. It looks like an alien thing. I don't know. Don't touch it. It's slimy.
So is it dead or is it?
It's dead.
It's dead, but
okay.
someone clearly has it out for you. That's why they sent this. They're not usually
I'm sorry, everyone.
cheap, is what I'm saying. They're not cheap to hire a doppelganger and or use them for their evil deeds.
What do you have to be sorry for?
Because I put you all in danger.
That's why we're here. Look around.
I'm just making sure that no one else does any more crimes, but yes.
Well, thankfully, Brother Cornelius isn't here, so nobody's going to be doing any crimes.
And you look around, and Brother Cornelius is still just looking at you, almost like the statue is pissed at you right now, Nephix.
That's a problem. I know we need a.
You see the statue jiggle a little.
We need a stone to flesh scroll.
Or greater restoration.
Which I don't have.
Blitz is definitely trying to figure out what he can do if he can save Cornelius at all.
Blitz, you just keep pounding, and you can feel you sense that he's in there, but you can't do anything to get him to turn him back in.
Can we just make it a rule, like from here on in until he's back, that we don't have any jokes about stone to flesh or like stone to human, and basically no stone to anything jokes.
They're saying we no stone will be left unturned.
I think you're on the right track.
Are you saying we're gonna? No.
Nailed it.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Nope.
Probably best that you're not.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. This is like he looks heavy in this state.
Yeah, he's gonna be upset about that too.
Was that pig with us?
Well, you got the cart still.
We have the cart, yeah, but we got to get him out of the swamp.
Yeah, Grimdeer will go over and start to try to lift him, and someone help me carry him to the cart.
It's gonna take more than just you, Grimder.
That's not my expertise, so.
I say we make the pig drag him.
We don't have the pig anymore.
No pig.
We don't have the pig?
No, he's back in town.
Oh, who forgot the pig? I was gonna eat him tonight.
No.
Oh well, fine. So we have to drag behind the cart, I guess.
Put him in the cart.
Yeah, we'll just put him in the cart.
Nobody's
Because if he loses chips off of him, then he loses pieces. It's like flesh. It's like you.
Are we sure?
Yes, if you break him, he dies. We have to put him in the cart and like pad him with pillows and things.
Can you prove it that if we break him, he dies?
Yeah, I know that. It's magic.
Listen to the wizard.
I am a wizard. Did you all know I was a wizard?
I mean, I did.
Then listen. We'll put him in the back of the cart.
All right. I mean, I'm still pretty torn up about this whole thing. I thought I had my kid and I don't have my kid. So I pretty much am super not caring about Stone. But, you know, if you guys want to throw him in the back of the cart, I'll help.
That's all we need.
All right.
Just waiting for somebody else to help him carry the statue.
Test this to get him into the thing, or we're good.
Blitz helps out Grimner get Cornelius in.
And as you're dragging him through the muck, you just see his feet just become encrusted with dirt and slime.
Okay.
So we drop his face in the mud too.
Hey, fancy boy, you want to help us with this?
Nope, I don't.
What? You got a problem with all this muck and dirt and mud?
Nope, I don't want to. I'm just flying above. Like, nope. Thank you, though. You're doing a great job.
We chuck him in.
Yep, and you huck him up into the back of the cart.
We lift him gently into the back of the cart.
No, so we throw him like a bag of potatoes.
All right. I will try and pad him with whatever is back there, like a sack of potatoes or whatever we have. I don't know.
You have a couple rucksacks back there.
Yeah.
That could be utilized for that.
So I will pad him in the back.
So dude, we could tie him down too if it's
tie him down a little
and stuff. We could.
I pull a rope like when you see like cars that like don't attach their like surfboards right. It's like you just rope around.
No, nobody ever does that with the surfboard.
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, you know.
Christmas tree you're on.
Yeah.
All right, let's just assume that we appropriately put him in the back of this cart so we can move on.
He is back there.
But should we go back to town?
We're a couple days away, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
I say since Cornelius doesn't have a say anymore, we actually go do what we were supposed to do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because he sent us off on a different direction. We were all like, I guess we're going, but you know, now that he has no say in it.
It didn't sound like they will be happy if he's not there to meet them. We don't want trouble for him later.
Well, we can go meet with them and just have a chat.
I guess.
It's just a chat.
I owe Fancy Boy everything, so Fancy Boy, you decide.
That's not true. No one owes me anything. I'm just here to make sure that no one commits any crimes. Why don't we just go finish Cornelius's task and maybe we can find a stone to flesh scroll along the way or a greater restoration, whatever.
I'm game. If that's what you say, I'm in.
Yeah, whatever. As long as we try to get this guy back.
What?
Good not hear that?
I like get into the wagon. I'm like, talk amongst yourselves. It's time to go. And I sit next to him in the wagon. The stone.
I think you're forgetting that it's the fishmonger wagon.
Oh yeah, I did forget. I still got in there and I was like, I forgot.
Bliss is gonna jump on this, the fancy boy. He's ready to go.
All right.
I'm jumping on. Oh no, I have my horse. I'm jumping on my horse.
You have half and half.
Half and half.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, if there's room, I'll be in the wagon. Otherwise, I'll just walk beside it.
Okay, so you guys take off towards Milan, and after 2 days' journey, you make it to the town, and you see that it's bustling. There looks like in the center of this town, it's not a large town, but in the center, it looks like a makeshift bazaar has been set up with all different kinds of tents and all different types of merchants.
Did he tell us why we were going here? I can't remember how much we know and how much was just him talking to the guy.
He lied to us.
Yeah?
Yes, straight up. He has his own mission that he's out to seek, and the rest of us are being pulled along with him.
So we don't know anything about the group or the symbols.
No.
What you did notice, Grimder, you noticed on those orcs as you were fighting them, there were 3 arrows sticking up. It was an emblem of 3 arrows that were sticking up on their shoulder pads.
If it's if it's many arrows orcs, I think I straight up know who they are.
Uh-oh.
That's Bill, and that's Tommy.
I mean, not the individuals.
Jimmy, what are you doing here?
Yeah, you clearly.
Yeah, if they were many arrows orcs, I straight up know who they are.
Yeah, you clearly recognized it.
They're very far south. Those orcs were from the north.
They're probably here for the winter.
No.
I'm asleep in the back of the cart.
Are you cuddled up with little Cornelius?
Yeah, except for like I've dressed him in like various like now like discarded clothing items. So he's got like an apron.
The town's bustling, you say?
It's bustling, but it's evening time, and the town is still bustling. It looks like it's a night fair as it's lit up by all different colored candles throughout the town square. You see places like the Burning Note, which looks like an alchemist shop. You see the sign for the Graceful Tusk, which has a lot of armor inside of it. You see another one called the Nitwit, which has a lot of clothing strewn about. You also see one called Exotica, which has a lot of different animals kind of circling inside of the tent.
Blizz is gonna head to the. He's gonna kind of ditch everyone. He's gonna flustered. He's gonna head over to the clothing shop.
Mm-hmm. And you see a gnome about your size come up to you and say, "Hey, friend, where are you from?"
Yeah, I'm not from around these parts. Got anything? Got anything?
Welcome to Lylon.
What was that?
Welcome to Lylon. What can I get you for?
Lylon, yeah, I heard about this place. Heard you have some pretty fancy outfits there.
Yeah. What do you like? I got just your size.
Yeah, I'm looking for maybe something special. Like, you got anything maybe magical?
Oh, everything I make is magical. What do you want?
Well, I got this here cloak. I'm looking maybe to trade it for something. I don't know. This cloak's pretty nice. If I can find it.
You say nice, I say okay.
This is the cloak of the manta ray.
Yeah, well, sure.
You can, if you throw this thing on, you can breathe underwater with it.
Doubtful, but I'll take your word on it.
I mean, to shove your head in a bucket with this thing on and
whoa,
prove it to you?
Whoa! Hey, I'm just trying to make a sale. I just, whatever you want.
All right. Well, you got anything of that sort of that sort of fancy nature that kind of?
Oh, everything I make is fancy and nice.
Well, I'm looking for a nice nice new like jacket. What you got in the jacket, or like a top of some nature?
Like a blazer?
Yeah. A magical blazer?
Yeah, the sport coat of invisibility, right?
Wait, is that a real thing?
Well, only if you're going to a party where you don't want to be at.
Let me see. And you see him walk around. He's going through all of the racks of clothing that he has.
As long as it doesn't talk to me, that's all I care about.
What?
Got enough things to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, Mage Bane. All of my animals are in my room right now, by the way. Oh.
I mean,
sorry, I'm still talking as a gnome. One of my cats is on my desk. One is on the counter. One's on the floor next to me. My dog's in the hallway, passed out. They're all sleeping.
Ooh! I got something just for you.
What you got for me?
What style do you want? Do you want it as a tunic? Do you want it as something more professional? What would you like it to look like? I'll cut it to your specificities.
I mean, something that looks a little professional would be nice.
Okay, so sleeves done. Cut short. Okay, I'll take your clove of whatever the hell this is. And you're gonna owe me about 200 gold if you want this item. It'll just do you just well. The fabric was spun by the elves.
The sad thing is he probably has that much.
I have so much gold. I have 800 gold. So what exactly is it?
So this is how do I say this? You're going to be able to create an illusion of yourself. So wherever you stand, someone's going to be thinking you're standing right next to them when you're really not.
Ooh, that's cool. Get it.
Yeah, all right. Can I test it before I leave the store?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, where'd you go? Oh, hey there, our friend. See, I told you, it works. It works.
All right. I like it.
I saw the same thing at H&M. You should totally get it. It's so cool.
So Blitz takes his cloak of the manta ray, hands it over, big old sack of gold.
All right. Rock that 200.
Thank you very much.
You now have a cloak of displacement.
Cloak of displacement.
But that has been cut into
so cool.
That has been cut into a more suited attire for you.
It's a tank top.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, he's gonna get into all kinds of trouble with that.
With sleeves, tank top with sleeves.
How big?
That big. It's that big.
Is it a tank top with sleeves, just a shirt?
Yep, totally is.
Okay, all right.
It's a Chris Brown.
Well, it has like the chest part here cut out, so the sleeve is detached, right? It's coming down.
All right.
Neffit's
We're still kind of near Waterdeep, right? Just in general vicinity?
No, you're 250 miles north.
That's real near.
Give or take.
What is everybody else doing while you see Blitz shopping for clothing?
So does that mean that it is not that weird that the many arrows orcs were there?
I mean, it's whatever you think it is. You just know about it.
You know what?
You just recognize the symbol, Grimber.
Evans is going to pull a fancy boy aside.
No, yes.
And he's going to. He wants to show gratitude for. I mean, that was a big deal. What happened there, and he has a lot of gratitude. And Although elves showing gratitude generally don't come off as showing gratitude, he wants to make sure that Fancy Boy knows that this elf in particular is grateful. This one in particular is grateful.
These animals. I can't. Look at these animals. Fancy Boy doesn't really, he doesn't really react. He's sort of just like, I just do good things for people. That's what my parents taught me.
But Nefitz has a necklace that was given to him by his wife. It's passed on to the son normally, and he puts it in Fancy Boy's hand, or feathers, or I'm not sure.
Talons.
Talons.
Yeah.
And he says, I owe you my life, and I owe you Steve's life, and if his life exists, then I will be forever in your debt.
Fancy Boy's like, yeah, I can't take that. It's for Steve. And once you find him, I'm sure we can convince him that he doesn't need to be evil. I promise you.
And if we find him, you can give it to him.
Well, all right, then I will do that. I promise.
Okay.
And I'll just like tuck it into my feathers. It just disappears. Some more feathers fall out.
Right.
Yeah. But don't worry, your son, and like he'll just put a reassuring talon on your shoulder and say, your son, I'm sure, is a good person. Oh, I'm sorry, they're a little sharp. I filed them this morning. I'm sure that he's a wonderful person, and we will find him and take care of it. I promise.
Well,
we'll slap that evil right out of his face.
Gonna wash that evil right.
Exactly.
I say the same thing.
But yeah, he thanks you, but he does act like he's not used to getting. I know he's used to getting thanks just for doing good deeds. It's just something that he does. Like he doesn't seem to take it to heart, which is bizarre. But
well, Fancy Boy needs to know he's worthy of it.
Well, he's thankful. I think what he's thinking now. I saw the animals, like the strange, like exotic animals. I definitely want to check that out. I do want to go to the alchemist to see if they have a stone to flesh and or greater restoration potion.
Okay.
First. So I'm going to go to, I wrote them down because I'm being a good player in this game.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The grateful, what?
You have
grateful,
Graceful Tusk is the armor.
The Graceful Tusk. I can't read my own.
That's the armor. The Burning Note is the alchemist.
The Burning Note.
And
okay.
Exotic Exotica is the animals.
Okay. So I'm going to run to the Burning Note. Mm-hmm. And Nefitz is welcome to join me. I'm just going to tell him I'm going to go
plot along.
Yeah, I'm going to go look for like I'll just, anyone's welcome to join, but I'm going to go look for a cure for our friend.
Grimder, you
gotta make sure that our friend doesn't get stolen from the cart.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's
Grimder,
perfect.
you really don't know why those orcs were in the mire. You just know.
Okay, so it's still pretty far away because he grew up right on that border up in the north, so that's still pretty far away from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But you did recognize the sign.
Right.
And it opened up your eyes.
Yeah.
So you make it over to the Burning Note, and you see another gnome pop out and say, "Hello, what can I get you? What can I get you?"
I'm visibly disturbed.
What?
I just say, "Oh, hello.
What did I do?"
Yes, no, nothing. It's just
these are my wares. What do I do? What do you want?
I try not to make big movements.
Oh.
I'm just like,
as you see this gnome looking up at you.
I know he's like this big, and I'm like,
a bird in a china shop.
Yeah, I'm like, would you like? Do you have? I'm sorry, I'm just very overwhelmed. A stone to flesh and or greater restoration potion in your shop?
And she, maybe, and you see her walk around.
I'm like trying to keep my feathers really close to me so that like I don't knock anything over.
And you see her tossing vials.
Oh no!
Some are hitting the ground and exploding, and the ground is changing colors as this is happening.
I feel like you're losing profit.
Fancy boy. Let me handle this.
Yes, please.
If you don't mind.
Yes, now please go ahead.
So Nefit stepped forward as a good forest elf, probably well versed in this situation, and asks her the same question, but in a obviously in a calm. Yeah, there you go. Demeanor. Do you have what we're looking for?
Hey, let me go check. Oh God, you're tall. Oh. Gee. And
she must be the apprentice.
And she's shaking a vial and shaking. Whoo! And it drops. She picks up another one.
I hear they're unpaid.
They're just not unionized.
And she's like, no, I don't think I can help you with that one, but I do. I have a kit that you can make your own with.
That's perfect.
I believe that would suit us just fine.
Oh, DIY.
Yeah, whatever that means. Yeah, great.
DIY.
How much is it, my dear Pat?
How what do we owe you for it?
$1 gold.
Okay.
I think I've got that. I'll
give you 10 instead.
What? I mean, what a good Samaritan.
I made a sale.
I mean, she did break about 11 different potions just to give us that.
That's fair. I don't think she'll be apprentice for much longer.
No.
And you see her run into the back, like joyful that she had closed the sale.
All right, that's just this is a bad business. I'm just going to.
Yeah, it's not great. I pass you the potion.
Thank you. What is this kit? What can I discern here?
You know that it is an herbalism kit that, with time and the ingredients,
okay,
you could formulate.
Okay.
Does she have to learn it, or he have to learn it, or can we, as a group, sort of understand what the ingredients are necessary and we can find them together, or how does that work?
Fancy Boy will have to learn it.
Okay.
Yes, we will need ingredients, but I'll need some time probably at the inn.
We can find time. Also, Rosemary, maybe. Oh, you let me know.
Those are nice. Those are nice seasonings. Make a fine steak.
For a bird to say that's very peculiar.
I'm a predator bird. I have a pointed beak.
Oh, you're
a raptor.
Noted. Bovines beware.
Yeah, I can just grab them and fly away. Anyway, I want to check out that animal thing.
Okay, and as
you're doing a lot of shopping, is what I hear.
Yes, I mean you're welcome to shop, but I'm just going to go. My parents were in a similar business, so I kind of want to see if these people might know them. Maybe they have word. Word from the homestead.
So you walk out of the alchemist's tent, and Blitz, you see Nefitz and Fancy Boy walking out of the tent and down the merchant's row. What do you want to do?
He immediately he's gonna do his new trick with his hologram thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or his thing, and he's gonna stand
white beater.
Hopefully before they see him.
Yep.
He's gonna clone himself and then run off to the side of the street.
Yeah. Fancy Boy and Nefitz, you see Blitz pop up right between you two.
I don't do anything.
Wait, is that my clone, or is that actually me that popped up?
That's the clone.
Okay.
It's just it's an illusion of you.
What is this useless sorcery?
I was hoping it was going to be down the street. So
oh, you want the clone to be down the street? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, Fancy Boy and Neff.
I still scream.
You see Blitz waiting for you down by the Exotica.
I'll be like, oh, I bet you he goes in there pretty quickly.
And I'm like, oh, Blitz, did you already look at the strange creatures in there?
And
waving.
You just see him looking back at you.
Ah, you're being more rude than usual, I see.
And he's still staring at you.
Stretch.
And you're getting closer and closer. Yep.
Can I sleight of hand? Can Blitz sleight of hand try to take the thing that Fancy Boy just got from that shop?
Totally.
Why? What is wrong with Blitz? Why?
Jesus.
Well, I have to do a perception check because I'm gonna contest this shit.
I'm also gonna perception check that shit.
I'm just running sleight of hand, right?
Yep.
Or either sleight of hand or stealth. I've got +6 on both.
Yeah, it's gonna be sleight, either or, one of the two.
All right. That's a 16.
I only got an 11.
So wait, but like, do I roll a perception check or do I just use my passive perception?
You're gonna want to roll a perception.
Okay.
Yes, to actually roll and add your bonuses.
Okay.
So that should be higher than your passive.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually already not too shabby, but let's see. 15 plus
1.
What would it
No,
be?
you have no add. You rolled a 15. You don't get anything for your perception.
Don't be like a dick like that. I have a plus.
Oh, sorry, you got a +3. Excuse me, you're proficient in perception.
See?
You have no wisdom. That's what it is. You have no wisdom.
So, what does that mean?
So Blitz, you see Blitz come up behind Fancy Boy, and you see him crouching and pulling out an herbalism kit from
so you see
Boy's feathers.
You see him nick my shit.
And but as Blitz like recognizes that Nefitz can see him, he just takes it and walks around next to Fancy Boy and is like,
"So, is this stuff supposed to fix Brother Cornelius?"
Where did you get that?
I found it.
No, you didn't. It was definitely in my bag.
Well, I mean, it's in my hand now. Also,
it sure is.
The fact that I'm right next to you now, even though I'm right in front, that totally didn't work.
I did see. That's very impressive.
You don't seem that impressed.
What do you plan on using that for?
Don't even worry about it. And
he hands it back to Fancy Boy and just walks away.
Thank you.
Kind of dejected that his magic trick didn't work.
I hope you use that against our enemies instead for parlor tricks.
Yeah, maybe.
I put it into my front now.
I'm very tired of
demand a refund now.
Yeah.
What's Grimder doing?
I'm making sure nobody steals Brother Cornelius.
You're just sitting there. Are you talking to him? Like
he's got his axe. He's kind of sharpening the head of the axe, and otherwise just sitting there and observing the town square.
All right.
Hey, you! Hello!
Who's yelling this time?
You see a little gnome.
Oh no!
Yelling out from Exotica. He's like, "Hello! I never forget a beak or a feather or any skin of an animal that I've sold. You?
I look at him and I say, I'm sorry, have I met you before?
No, you wouldn't remember. But I remember you.
Do you? How come?
Come inside, come inside.
I look to the rest of the party as if
Nefitz says to her, you're not going anywhere without me.
I mean, I guess I'd like more. I make eyes at Blitz. Let's all go in as a group.
Do you really want to talk to the guy who just took the shit out of your pocket?
He hits things very hard. It's fine.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. When you're watching him hit things, he's also taking things out of other people's pockets.
I do agree with that, yes. But if it's my pocket, at least it's not someone else's.
how about instead send me in on your behest?
No, Fancy Boy talks for himself. And I'll just walk into the place.
Well, then I follow.
And you see, as you walk in, the tent almost gets larger. It's like its own little TARDIS as you walk in.
Fred Penner's place.
Yeah. And
That's
there
neat.
are exotic beasts and creatures from all over the realms. You see tigers, quaddles, you see bats, you see different types of snakes, all beaming and glistening inside of this tent.
Wow.
He says, no, I haven't seen you in ages, young one. How are you doing?
I have been excellent. Have you heard from my parents? You clearly do business with them.
I have done business with your parents for a long time. But it's you I'm interested in.
Why?
Why? Because I've tried to, keep tabs on you without avail. I've only heard, little facts here and there whenever I've seen your parents.
Well, how come they never told me about you?
I don't know. Why would they bother?
I mean, you seem to know them.
I was just the one that delivered you to them. That's all I ever was.
I interrupt. Nefitz interrupts. What's your name? What is your name?
My name?
Yes.
No, it's Cribbage.
You know the name.
Nice to meet you. My name's Monopoly.
Oh. Hello,
What-
Monopoly.
Oh, Blitz is here.
And then Blitz also just makes a clone of himself next to Fancy Boy.
Whoa! Interesting. Is he for sale?
No, Cribbage.
I don't
Yes.
normally deal in my own kind, but it seems like he has something special.
He's for sale.
Yikes. Fancy Boy's like, wait a second here. My parents told me that they found me.
Found you? It's in a manner of speaking, yes.
Oh, it sounds like a different the story than what they told me. Did you found me then?
I came by you, yes.
Where? Did you steal me?
No, I would never steal you.
I look around at all the animals and I'm like, I insight check him immediately.
Yeah. Roll. Give me a roll.
Wise.
Yeah, that's only a 9.
You actually don't think he's lying.
Oh, all right. I still squint.
What's just to sorry to interrupt you, but so a nature check, like a nature ability, what is that?
That's if you want to know something about the physical world, if you're in the forest or you're in a tomb or want to know something about nature itself.
But could nature check, like a nature situation, work in this scenario or no?
Like what kind of nature are you?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if all of this is real or not.
Oh, sure. So that is going to be more of that. Could be either a perception. You could, if you're trying to see if it's, you could roll nature if you wanted to think if it's not really of this world. That would be more of an arcana as well.
Oh, okay.
But remember, you can always make any of those checks, so you just don't get the bonuses.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna arcana check this shit. Just see what's up.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna do it. I don't have your shit, Fancy Boy, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Just roll a d20.
I'm going to. Don't have to tell me. 15. I mean, would I have any ads on that?
No, you don't. So, sorry, you would add your intelligence modifier.
My intelligence modifier, which would be an absolute 0.
But no. I mean, you do sense that this place isn't all of what it seems to be. That it is. There is some magic here, and it's probably
There's
the magic
a put-on element to it. Yeah,
not put on, but so much as to make it bigger than it appears, right?
Okay.
Because it shouldn't be as big inside as this small tent would have revealed.
Not super helpful, but okay.
I'm going to walk up to Cribbage and say, I have a letter from my parents. Could you deliver it for me?
Yes. I think why don't you go see them yourself?
I'm on a quest. with my compatriots here.
Sure. I shall deliver for you then.
And also a question, where did you find me?
Where did I find you?
Yes.
They never told you?
No, of course not. Because I was their fancy boy. It didn't matter where I came from. That's what they told me every day.
They're probably right in not telling you.
I mean, did I come from a swamp? Or a dump? I came from a dump! Just start crying.
Again, in a manner of speaking. It all depends on how you take it.
So where then?
Well, this you may want to sit down for.
Oh, I'll be fine.
All right. It's going to take a little bit of explaining, but it's probably for the best now, especially you at your age. Where do I begin? Well, it wasn't by my devices that I would have normally come upon you. It was at the request of... And then as he says at the request, you see a lance go through the back and stick out through the chest of Cribbage. And you see it stick into the ground. And you just see him as he's sliding down. His body is sliding down.
No, I've got one more. There's one more healing potion in here.
Find your parents.
But it's been...
And you just see him collapse onto the ground. And before you say, you see a tall, elvish woman with jet black hair, red paint across her face, an arrow going up and down from her eyes, and 2 arrows going down the inside or the edges of her lips. And you see a little goblin behind her. Well, looks like we couldn't let you have that information. I don't think Seeb would enjoy you knowing.
Excuse me?
Ha! And you see the goblin says, "Let's kill him, Kalen. Let's kill him. Let's kill him all."
I step in front of Fancy Boy.
Is this making any sort of commotion that I can hear from outside?
No, you're a little too far away right now.
Okay.
I know the arrows are significant to you.
And that's where we're going to end.
No!
But the elvish shit is my bag, and I'm not about to let Fancy Boy get taken on by some elvish woman that clearly I got some bones with. So
what are you gonna do? You got one last thing you can do before we close out.
I step in front of Fancy Boy.
Yep.
And I say, "Walk away."
And they
scene.
gracefully walk away.
Yep.
Like, okay.
And my head just kicks around and like.
Quest. It was a great quest.
Oh, poor. This is what happens when you miss a game. You get turned to stone.
Yeah, the important reminder: don't miss a game.
Don't miss a game. You know.
Don't be named.
Don't be named Stone. Yeah. Listen, Holly, if she misses a game, turns into flowers. It just
that's nice.
Did
or a brush.
Did Nefitz know that was a doppelganger? Or do we know that?
You know that it was a Fancy Boy told you it was a doppelganger.
Yeah.
No. But like, did he know during that process?
No, he didn't know.
He was just gonna kill his son.
Dude, I was gonna kill my son for all of you.
You're so sweet.
Oh, don't put that on us.
I'm just saying it turned out super lucky.
I'm just saying we were all fine, and he was tied up in your lap. We were not in peril.
I'm just glad there's no Dungeons and Dragons social services, because
DPS or whatever.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a hard world.
I am glad that it wasn't Seed for real.
Okay. Well, okay. How do you spell his name?
Ceeb.
Seeb. Ceeb.
Yeah.
Charlie Elephant Beta.
If you're in the army, yes.
Okay. Is E's elephant? No, it's Echo, right?
Echo.
Yeah, Echo. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I've been taking notes and I've spelled it 9 different ways. Steve, like, as in like pouring water through.
Oh, Steve.
Like
That's what I had in my head.
Yeah. All right.
I spelled it different too.
And then I was also just kind of hoping maybe it was Steve, and we were just thinking about it too much.
A little on the nose.
Also cool. I like it. Super unique name.
Oh man. God, next Tuesday is October.
Weird,
Yikes.
right?
Yeah.
I hate
Jesus.
that. I mean, it's Halloween first. That's what I was calling it.
Oh yeah, so I'm shooting a movie in up north. So I'll take my camera. I have no idea what the Wi-Fi is gonna be like.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Where's up north? You're already in Canada.
Yeah, how fucking north?
I'm
what
up
are you,
north.
in the Arctic?
Norther?
Is it Edmonton or something?
No, that's not how it works. Jesus.
I don't know any geography about Canada. I know Vancouver is west.
I got Montreal. That's
So
about
is
it.
Edmonton. Edmonton's like basically Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Toronto's kind of.
I've been to Edmonton. Edmonton's nice.
Edmonton's, I mean, it's all. Listen, the only parts you want to avoid are like Saskatchewan. To be fair, Winnipeg, which sounds probably not great.
It's a
really
fun name.
Pardon me?
It's a fun name, Winnipeg. I don't
Right?
know.
Winnipeg?
Winnipeg, Winnipony, who knows?
Yeah.
We shot a show there. We shot a beach show there that was pretending to be New Hampshire.
I'm calling bullshit. You shot a beach show in Canada? Where the fuck did you get a beach?
Google right now Falcon Beach.
I believe
Watch
you.
that shit.
All right.
Falcon what?
Falcon Beach.
Falcon. Oh, look at
That's
you.
that's a full thing of ice.
Hang on one second.
Wait, do we have to do this now? Hold on.
Oh god, yeah, we do. Look at that smoldering look. It's like, hey guys.
Yes, yes. Oh my god, yes.
So much smaller.
Wow, look at your fucking hair. This is great.
Yes.
I love this curly blonde shit. You're in syncing the
Yes.
fuck out of this.
This is amazing.
This is great,
It's like
Steve.
a soap opera.
It was a full on soap opera.
Yes.
deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Steve, this is
There you
amazing.
go.
Yeah. You're all so talented.
I'm
Oh, did you just put it up on your own?
I just
page?
put
Look
it
at
Oh,
that.
look at
That's
that.
a guy right there.
Wow.
Woo!
What's on?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, look at that beach. That's
Oh,
clearly.
this
New
reminds
Hampshire.
me of that. There's like an Australian show that's like a beach
Right.
show like this.
Dingo ate my baby.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a really famous Australian soap opera.
So was this like what's the word I'm looking like Jesus Baywatch but for Canada?
Well, no.
Whoa.
The
Whoa,
deal,
can I show
okay,
that?
So it
Yeah,
was.
I think we just got the TOS right there.
Dude. You're right.
Also, was it cold?
Also, it was cold.
On the
No.
beach.
So the deal was it was supposed to be New Hampshire, but then they aired a version in Canada where it was like it wasn't supposed to be Winnipeg. It was supposed to be somewhere else. But they did two versions. And ABC aired a version where it was New Hampshire, and I don't know. At the end of the day, everybody just was believing what they wanted to believe, and we hung like two different flags and shots and stuff. It was really
Nice.
That's amazing.
It's always fun seeing shows like I know Fringe. They'd shot in Vancouver, but they're supposed to be in New York.
Vancouver,
So you'd see all the time like they would have like American flags covering stuff,
Oh,
but every now and then in reflections you'd see like maple leaves. And,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Or you
yeah,
see
that's
like the worst giveaways especially when we shoot shit, because there's a lot of stuff that shoots in like Toronto and Vancouver and what have you. But the giveaways are always the post boxes.
Oh yeah.
So they're always trying to like plant American post boxes, which are like those blue
Yeah.
TARDIS looking things. But in Canada we have
Right.
bright red post boxes, and so they always end up being like in like the background of some other shot, and
So funny.
everybody's always like, oh yeah, nope,
Nope. You can't remove those either. They're just there.
no.
nice.
We love Trump.
Yay, America.
Oh yeah, nobody says. Oh, I think people do.
So funny.
All right. Well, I got to get out of here.
That's a joy. That is a joy. Thank you for telling us that story.
Yeah. That's wonderful. So you guys got some stuff to Katie! Hello!
Hey!
Katie's the best.
Hi!
Put your face about right here.
I look like I'm not wearing a shirt.
Yes, you're not a die.
Katie.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Better than everything in my teeth.
There we go.
That'll be embarrassing.
Someone in chat told me the name of the Australian home, which was Home and Away. Or sorry, show. It was like an Australian
It's
like
ending, I
sitcom.
think, if it hasn't already. Home and Away. Neighbors is still going.
Neighbors, that was the other one.
Yeah.
So funny.
Katie,
Okay.
Katie, you're gonna have to come in and play for a session.
Yes.
So when are we up next?
Next week.
Next week.
Did we get a confirmation from Katie?
She said she'll do it.
Sweet. Absolutely.
Yay.
And then I dissolved.
I'm going to play a blind guy in the middle of the woods, so I'm not sure what our hours are going to be like, but
Yeah.
I'll say yes until we know otherwise.
Yeah, just let
Are
us
you
know.
Bird Box 2?
I mean, not the porn version.
Wait, what's the new Apple Plus show?
Oh yeah, yes. I think it's called. Isn't it C?
C or
C?
Sight or something?
I
Oh,
think
yeah, no.
The Jason Momoa show, right?
yeah, it's C.
C? Okay.
C. Yeah,
Should be good.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm interested.
I like
I-
Momoa.
My suspension of disbelief is good. Is
All right.
big for fun premises.
So you got some stuff to think about.
Yes.
Seb almost died. You got Cribbage died right in front of you. This has been and Brother Cornelius is,
Yeah, well,
riding high in that.
we'll fix that. It's fine.
He's
I
taking
got
on his
my
own
sweet
name.
ass new vest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have fun with that.
Man.
yeah. Good game, everyone.
And Grimder, you know about the orcs now, so you can take
Yes.
that as you will.
That's weird. It's weird. We'll figure it out.
All right.
GG, everyone. GG.
Nice game. We'll see
Yeah,
everybody
that was
next
fun.
week.
All right. Bye,
Yeah.
Internet.
Bye.
Bye.